Hi everyone, welcome to Cats Creations on Friday night, where I'm super excited to teach you a totally new design. So, if you come on in and say hi. Let me know where you're from. I love to know where you're viewing us from, and making sure my volume's turned down. You can kind of see me a little bit. We're in the shop, so we're trying to set some stuff up to where, if we can, fingers crossed, we'll be doing some broadcasting live inside the house, because temperatures are dropping here like crazy, and until we can get a way to insulate the shop a little bit more, it's a little too cold to be out here. But for today, I'm going to be showing you how to create a military wreath. And this is using an embossed 12-inch sign, which you can find on Amazon. You might be able to find them on Etsy, eBay, whatever. So we're going to be doing one for the Air Force. I did get notification from my father that the five or six militaries we made for their honor guards have suddenly gone missing. So we are in the process of getting all those redone and resent back out, so that families can have that as part of their memorial service when they have to lay their beloved one to rest. So colors for today are going to be the royal blue. We're doing a true gold, not the yellow gold, and then iridescent white. We're going to be adding in some ribbons. This one will not have a bow, but it's going to be incredibly thick. So, if this is your first time joining us, welcome. Like I said, let us know where you're from. If you are watching us on YouTube, if you can do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, which is a little bell in the upper right-hand corner, that will let you know whenever we upload new videos to our YouTube channel. And for Facebook viewers, if you've never seen us on YouTube, we do have a YouTube channel with well over 350 plus tutorials. So if you're looking for something to binge watch this weekend, feel free to do that. This is a 15-inch blue tinsel work frame that we're going to be building on. We're going to be using 21-inch. This is a wide foil. I don't know if you can see that. This is a wide foil metallic mesh. So we're going to lay this in as our base, so that our sign really pops. We're going to come back in and add some white and gold accents, and ribbons, and some tinsel ties, and some embellishments to go ahead and finish this design. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And then I have Steve here helping me out today, so he's going to be fielding all of those questions. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to gather the ends of my mesh to get this started. Just like this, hold it in your hand, and then just kind of gather that together.
Hi everyone.
And then what I like to do on this particular frame, these are the new frames. So the old frames used to have odd numbers. It'd be like 7 on the top. Was it 7 on top? 9 on the top, 9 on the bottom, or something like that, to give you 18, but it really messed with the whole design. Here now, they are 8 on the top, 10 on the bottom. So we're going to start on the top, and I like to start this just underneath one of my tinsel ties. So I'm going to go right beneath this blue one. I'm going to take a zip tie, providing that I can pick one up, and I'm going to zip tie this around and through.
You're just going to zip tie it to one
rail.
One rail.
Yeah, just one rail. So it goes right in between the tinsel ties, so that it's got a good starting point, and this feels like it's going to just give way, which is generally a bad sign that this could potentially break. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a new one in, replace the old one.
Thank you, Rita, for sprinkling and sharing.
Why is it now both of them are doing that? So we'll take the old one off, put the new one in. Yeah, both of them are doing that. Generally, when I get some pushback, when I try to tighten it and it doesn't hold it usually tells me that the zip tie is ready to go. So we'll try this one, which seems to be working. So I'll remove this one. Third time's a charm. Tighten it down, and then we are ready to go. So I find that if you drop your 21-inch roll, it keeps things from not falling all over the counter. And we are doing 10-inch poofs, which just means I'm going to take my mesh, keep it nice and straight. I'm going to hold it here, measure out 10 inches. I'm going to open this other one on the top, and then right where I have it in my hand is right where I'm going to plop it right into the center of that tinsel tie. Now, if you've never done a poof wreath before, don't stress. It is one of the most challenging methods to do. So most people just avoid doing the poof method altogether. But when you see the end result, I'm sure you're going to want to dive in and at least take the challenge. So the best advice I can give you is be consistent on your measurements, which means 10 inches mean 10 inches. So make sure you're measuring, placing them right in the center of your tinsel tie. Give it a nice twist, and then you can go ahead and just unpoof that out. It's like a nice little roll. And so your ends are on the very bottom. So another 10. I'm going to take the outside ones and push them down so I don't get those confused. Here's our 10.
Hey everyone. Hi Rita, Valerie, Anna, Lenore, Phyllis, Wiley.
I'm not seeing comments.
Georgia.
Hi Lenore. Hi Anna.
First said hi from upstate New York.
Ooh, that's got to be cold.
Hi Peggy, hi Rebecca, hi Suzanne, hey everybody we didn't mention.
So what you also want to do is make sure that when you finish putting your poof in, take your tinsel ties and move them to the front, because you're going to need those when we get ready to add our next steps. So right in the center, another 10, 2 nice twists. Place your hand underneath and just kind of pull that apart so they have nice little poofies. This gives you height. This also gives you fullness. So if you have a really good deco mesh, you're going to want to make sure that you give method of wreath making that gives you a very full, fluffy looking wreath. 10, pull them to the front. Open this one up. We're almost done with the inside, and I prefer to do inside first. There is no method that says you have to start first on the inside or you have to start first on the outside. That's just going to be designer preference. Whatever's easier for you.
Ronnie asked, where'd you get that color blue? Where'd you get it from?
This is from Craft Outlet. This is a wide foil metallic royal blue. Is exactly how to search for it on Craft Outlet. It's really
21 inch.
21 inch. It's really hard to find because these colors go quick. And pretty much this color blue you can use year round. You can use this on winter. You can use it on Christmas. You can use it on your Patriotic. You can use it on your summer wreaths, beach wreaths. It's a really good color to keep in your inventory. Okay. Last one. This is going right where we started. So I'm just basically connecting this to where we started. Nice and fluffy. We haven't even hit the outside 10 yet, and you can see how full it is. And so the reason why I do inside rather than outside is if you did the outside, it's kind of hard to get this going and then work the outside. So I find that if I do this, I can move all my tinsel ties outward, and then I can just do and focus on the outside one. So here is our tinsel tie. We're going to move down to the bottom section, which is the outside rails, which is where the 10 reside. So rather than go straight from here to here, we're going to go from here to this tinsel tie over here. So again, measure 10 inches, and you can do 12 inches. You can do 15-inch poofs. You can go smaller on the inside and go 8 and maybe do 12 on the outside. Again, try it. It's up to you.
Marta said, yeah, I figured there was probably some craft outlet, but wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Anna said, Ken Steve, had to let you know, I watched It Happened on Fifth Avenue. I loved it. It will be added to my watch list for the Christmas season from now on.
Isn't that an amazing movie? We've started to kind of, I don't know when it changed for us. We've started watching a lot of the older classic movies from like the 1940s as far as Christmas movies. Kind of in the genre from It's a Wonderful Life, that kind of time period.
Yeah. Bells of St. Mary.
Yeah, Boys Town. It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, all kind of fall in that period.
White Christmas.
Yeah, White Christmas. There's another one too. Holiday Affair. Can't remember any others. Yeah, Shop Around the Corner. Exactly. So there's some really, really good ones. Okay, 10 inches. We're going right here. I'm going to grab this one. And this one, these are not my favorite work frame wreaths to work with. This is what I call an elevated frame. This one goes from the bottom row to the top row, and it has about a 2-inch step up. So that means you, as a wreath maker, have to get really creative on how are you going to fill the gap between the top and the bottom row. So I've shown you in the past how you can work in what's called the third rail, and you can zigzag in your middle. This one we're not going to because we are adding additional deco mesh to this design, so it will fill the gaps. But we want to make sure that we can utilize as much of the tinsel, these things, the ties, as possible because we need them. I didn't even plug in my thing. It's like Steve gave it to me. He's like, hey, you need to plug this in. I put it up on my holder, but never plugged it in. Okay. 2 twists. Go ahead.
That blue is beautiful.
It is really pretty. This is what we did the snowman for. So if you guys remember the tutorial we did on the winter snowman, this was the same color, but we did it in a snowball mesh, but similar to this. Okay, right here. So how many of you started your Christmas shopping yet? We started barely, just barely. Have not gone past the barely point yet, right? Okay, another 10. We're back over here.
JB said me.
So,
well, that's good.
She has started?
She has started. Yeah.
Nice. Started could just be that you ordered one thing, or that you bought one thing. That's a start.
Sue said she's almost done. Thank goodness for Amazon and online shopping.
Right? That's going to be my saving grace. And I should have probably shopped more. How many of you noticed that the cyber and I kind of felt like
she said finished. Kathy Green said barely for me.
barely for you.
Pam Paolo, hi, my first time seeing you. Hi, Pam.
Where are you from, Pam?
Looks like you're from Canada because that's your little icon. It's got the Canadian flag.
Oh, yeah. Look how fluffy. This wreath, if you do it right, should bounce, believe it or not. It should be that full. And we're almost done with laying in our base method.
Peggy Walder said, I'm done with all my gifts. Wow, that's awesome.
Gail said almost done.
Yeah, I think we're done by now.
See, we just haven't gotten into wanting to do it this year.
Typically, we started, we've been like halfway by the time.
By now.
December 1st, yeah. But
like we've usually shopped all of the Black Friday sales.
The house done and
yeah, but like you said, it's just kind of a different year.
Yeah, it's almost done thanks to Amazon.
Right. Okay, so we're coming around. Here's where we dropped. So we're going to finish the loop. Like, this is what I call connecting the loop. It's just like finishing up the edges, putting it all together. So this will be, I heard our neighbor's dog just now.
Yeah.
Which is odd for him to be outside.
So, Pam, then we said when she's new. She's from Niagara Falls, Canada.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
We have a friend of ours that's up there, pretty close.
Yeah, bye.
Burlington, right?
Yeah. Okay, so hi, Ken, see you been watching. We were on vacations, blessings. Well, glad you got to have a vacation.
And Rita said our granddaughter's in the Air Force. Maybe I should think about making her one. Going in to the military, whether they're going into the Air Force Academy, Naval Academy, they're going in for basic training. This is a really great way to show your support for whatever branch of service they're going in. Okay, so I am trimming off the remaining part of my roll. So I don't want to take that whole thing and try to tuck it in. So I'm going to go right in the middle. I'm going to flip this up. Here's where I started. And here's where I'm finishing. Right here. So another zip tie, just to keep all that stuff from fraying. So right in the center. We're going up, over, and let's take that off. I usually just kind of gauge it. You can throw that away, Steve. He's like my sous chef in my shop. He like will put all my stuff away. I was like, oh, I would just toss that because there's really no point in keeping the rest of the mesh. It's not enough to go. It may be enough to go around once, but that was it. So this is our final design. So zoom out because it's very close.
I did.
Why does that look different? Oh, there you go. Okay. So now what you're going to do is we are going to add in a 10-inch curl made with white, wide, iridescent foil. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of got a little bit of a rainbow hue when the light hits it. And then we're going to be adding in a true gold. So this is from Joann's. This reminds me back in the day of eyelash, what we would call eyelash mesh. This is also wide foil. So I have each one cut to 10-inch pieces. These are cut with the wood burning tool. And what you're going to do is I use my Bodabra because it's a great resource for giving you an extra hand to hold things. Let's get rid of all that. So what you're going to do is we're going to curl these. So I find the easiest way to do it is to start with a fold. And then you're going to just kind of roll it like you're pulling your hands all the way to the edge to get a really good roll in. I'm going to stick that right inside my Bodabra.
And those are, that mesh is cut to 10 inches.
10-inch pieces. So I have 18 of the white with the iridescent, and I have 18 of the gold. This is called the eyelash mesh.
Linda, that's awesome. She said we already celebrated Christmas at Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Most of my family will be in India for my husband's nephew's wedding.
Okay, that makes sense. So, and there's some people who even do their family Christmas celebration in July. Like they do the whole family thing. That way individual families can stay home. So that's why we do a lot of Christmas in July stuff. So I put them here because those are going to be our groupings. So I'm going to go ahead and do 3 sets of the iridescent, the gold, and the white, and I just stack them.
You said our granddaughter's in the Air Force. Maybe I should think about making one of these for her.
You should.
She's an air traffic controller. Oh, that's cool. That's a very stressful job.
Yeah, no kidding. Yes, so military wreaths are great. They're great for veterans. They're great for Memorial Day. They're great for the 4th of July. They're great for people who are retiring out of the military. Families that support other family members that are going into the service, they make a great wreath for that. And you can do them for all branches of the service. So there we go. So this allows me to hold those sets so that you can do it one of 2 ways. You can go to the Dollar Tree and you can get the little mini clear rubber bands. You can use those, or you can use, I have 6-inch zip ties. I don't like the 4-inch ones because they're a little hard to work with. But you're going to do a crisscross pattern like this. You're going to take your zip tie and you're going to zip tie them in little bundles. Just like this. Nice little X bundles. Cut the excess off. And then we'll go ahead and do the next 2. Little crisscross. Reminds me of school, crisscross applesauce. Right in the center.
I totally 6 Navy, 2 Army, 3 Marines, and just finished a Navy Cross for someone. That is awesome.
Wow, that is crazy. Crazy good, though. Congratulations on those. See, so military goes.
You have to post what they look like if you have pictures.
Yes, feel free to come back here and share what those look like. Okay, so once you have these, it just makes putting them in the bundles so easy to do. So each one of those places where we put our poofs, we're going to take this and we're just going to twist this in. Just like that. There's one. These are going to go really quick. I don't generally open my tinsel ties again. There's no need. If you want to, you can. This is just going to thicken it up and punch in those colors of the white and the gold. And you can kind of mix it up if you want white on white. And I have all the rest done, so you don't have to watch me do the rest. Okay. So I'm going to do the inside ones first, since those are the easiest to do. And you'll see this is a totally new design for me. And this is based on a new method that we have done for using 12-inch signs now. So we'll pop this, grab our tubes, just like that. And putting them in a curl will help confine the cut edges. So this should not fray very much at all, because everything, a mesh is only going to fray where it's cut. And because we are taking these and placing them in a curl, the inside cut edges are to the inside of our tubes. So there's the top. So now we're going to go in and add to our bottom. And this is going to help fill that gap between those 2 levels now. This is why I said it was critical for you to know where those outside pieces were. another one. There's that. You can just spin them around any way you'd like.
Good thing about the wood frame wreaths like that with the blue tinsel, it looks pretty, so you just leave it in.
Yeah, I don't cut the tinsel. You could if you wanted to, but I don't because it blends in with the mesh that I'm using really well. You generally don't see it, and that's why I picked this royal blue. Plus, it's pretty much the same color of the blue that's in our sign. Let's go a little up and down right there. One here. There should be one. I'm just trying to find out where it was hiding.
There you go.
1, 2, 3. Okay, I was right.
It's hiding in.
It was hiding. I was like, what the heck? We'll try to put the white in. One here. Hi, Gail. There's that one. And our last little bundle. So you saw how quick that goes when you have them all prefabbed. Okay, just like so. So now, you're zoomed out?
Yeah.
Now it looks extraordinarily full. Right now, if we were to measure this wreath from the end to the end, you're pretty much almost at 26 inches width-wise. Height, you're probably pushing, it depends, yeah, 7 or 8 inches for this design. So this is very full. This is meant to be a big wreath. This is what I think people are expecting when they order a wreath, is they want fullness.
But you can still get it at 24 by 24 by 6 inch.
Oh yeah, because you can actually take these and just kind of
Push it down.
move them down so that it'll fit in the box to keep shipping at the lowest price that we possibly can. So this is a 12-inch embossed. As you can see, it's got, you can feel the letters, you can feel the stars, you can feel the emblem. So you can order these from Amazon. I will come back to this video later and I will include the Amazon affiliate link for this sign if it's still available. And I will post it in the description of this video.
This is actually not copyrighted, right?
This is not actually copyrighted, no. Because this is not the official Air Force logo. It's a similar.
So technically, they could post stuff on this and sell this.
Yeah, and there's quite a few other signs that you can make. There's one, if you look, not there, go down from there, in that bin, there should be one that says Freedom in Flight. Is that one there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me see that one. So you can use these. These are not officially licensed, so you can use these and advertise these for sale. Here's one for the Army. It's Brave and Strong Army. They have them for the Marines. They have them for the Navy, Coast Guard. I don't think they have them for the Space Force just yet. But you can find these on like Craft Outlet, Free Shop, Deco Exchange. I think Trendy's Tree might carry them. And you want the 12-inch rounds for this particular design. So I'm just using the holes that are already included. And I needed them fairly long because we're trying to hit the inside rail. 3. So I always build them over the back so they don't become like spinners. They're actually will sit flat. If you put your wires and build them from the back up, not out, then they'll lay better. So we are going to take this And I'm going to take my little tubes and make sure my tubes are all out of the way.
Curls.
Yeah, the curls. And I want to make sure where my top rail is, that I can get that down.
Why said, oh wow, that Air Force is going to be awesome.
And then we're going to do the same on the other side of that rail. This one I just made really long wires. And so what I want to do is pull these out of the way. Make sure we've got all our little curls right here at the bottom out of the way. And what I want to do is get this down into this level. So I'm going to flip it upside down. I'm going to go ahead and fasten that down, because I've done that in the past where I think I've hit the rail only to not even come close to hitting that rail. So I'm going to leave this on just in case I need to move my sign. I'm going to go up here and do the same thing. Pull my curls, pull my tinsel ties. Everything that we put in there, I want to move it away. And again, go down through our mesh. This one I did a little shorter.
That's a beautiful wreath.
Okay. In. Push that down. Push that down. I want it to get it in there a nice snug fit. This one, you want to get it to the bottom of the frame. That is the goal in this design. Most of the times you hear me tell you, you don't want to go all the way down to the bottom because then it looks like your sign is sunk in. In this particular case, you want to get it down to the bottom. Okay, I'm going to go over. And I need to make sure I'm missing the rail.
She'll come back and clean up the ties.
Yeah, like these, once I get them in, yeah, these will come back and these all get cleaned up. Okay, let's flip this back. Let's make some adjustments. So you want to make sure you pull all your tubes out. You want all your tinsel ties, all the pieces. You want both pieces out of the way. I'm going to go around, readjust. See, sometimes our little tubes get stuck in there, our curls. There we go. And this is why we don't cut them, so that if we need to make adjustments, we can tighten that up. Just like that. Okay, now that is the look that we are looking for here. So all the curls, they can kind of flop and flip around just like so. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to add our ribbons. So this one's a little bit different. We are going to do a combination of something completely different, but that you understand what we've done in the past. So we're going to take this 2.5 inch red, white, and blue. It's about as close to. I wanted to introduce part of the American flag to it, but I didn't really want to take away from the navy colors, so we're going to go with this look.
The Air Force colors.
The Air Force colors. Sorry, Navy. This is a 24 inch piece of 2.5 inch ribbon. So we're going to match the ends. We're going to come up to the top about 2 inches, just like we've done on our half bows in the past. And we're going to make a half bow out of 2.5 inch ribbon. And we're going to place that there. We're going to flip this to the outside. And we're going to make some really nice, gorgeous half bows. Now, those are going to go every other one all the way around the outside. In between them, we're doing something different. We're taking the 1.5 inches and we're doing a true gold, and I'm taking the hint from the sign of the white stars on the field of royal blue. These are cut to 14-inch pieces. I'm going to lay one on top of the other, fold that in half to find center. We're going to pinch those in. We're going to lay that right inside, and then we are simply going to create an X pattern. And then make sure you run your fingers through so that you can get a really nice arc on that. And so we're going to be doing that pattern all the way around the inside, and then we're going to move it to the bottom. So here we go. Our 2.5 inch cut to 24-inch pieces. One nice twist.
So they're not 18, they're 24-inch pieces because they sit higher up, right? So you want them to kind of
yes.
drape over.
Well, it's a bigger overall, so you want the look to you don't want it to look like you came up really super short. Right. You want them to cascade down because remember we've got that elevated level that we're filling in. Okay, this time rather than have the blue on top, we're going to change that up. Put the gold on top just to kind of give it a different look as it goes around the wreath. Nice little quick twist.
Any questions, gals?
Just like so.
Oh, it goes the other way.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Yes, crisscross. So one goes in, one goes out. Flipping up. This is going to create such a full wreath. And these are like phenomenal wreaths to make because these, I think, are, like I said, exactly what people would expect. When you buy a wreath, you want it thick, you want it full. And it doesn't have to have a lot to it. So we always got to right side one of our half bows. Here's our crisscross again. Everything's grabbing onto my jacket. Flip that up. This time we put the blue on top of the gold. And you can get those to go right between, just like so. So there's 9 of each ribbons. So there's 9 of the 2.5 inch ribbon cut to 24-inch pieces. And then there is 9 of the gold, 9 of the blue, cut to 14-inch pieces. And this is just a totally different way to create another wreath.
And if you want to, you can make them double bows or half bows.
You can do whatever it is that you want. So we're going to take our gold on top.
Rita said, do you have heat in your studio, Kat?
I do. I have...
Just little space heaters, though.
Yeah, but they're good enough to heat me right where I'm working right now. So they're good.
The big problem is it's a big metal building, but it's a metal building and it's not insulated on the sidewalls. So that's what we've got to work on.
In time.
Eventually it'd be great to get her a wood stove out here.
In time. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to take that and go down to the bottom. So because this one is directly below that, I'm going to do the crisscross. And we did the gold with the blue, with the gold on top. So I'm going to change these and put the blue on the top. It's going to go right here. And we're going to do the same thing. And it's nice with the loops because you can crisscross around those loops. I'm just trying to get my gold. Let's move the blue down here. Move the gold up.
Hey Tammy, we said that's good on the heat. Takes time to get everything done.
Little at a time. Okay, flipping, we're back to our 2.5 inch. Let's make our half bow. And then what it does for the lower levels, especially with the half bow, is it creates kind of like what we've always done with tails. It's giving it an outside tails look right here. So it's taking that just a little wider on the outside of our design. And now we're doing gold on top of the blue.
Kelly asked, do you have to use a work wreath or can you make your own with pipe cleaners?
You can do this on a regular 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame.
Yep, with your own pipe
It's not
cleaners.
going to look as tall because there's no way to create that height, even if you do a poof wreath, but you can definitely do it. It just keep in mind it won't be as high as full.
But it's still pretty full. You can still make
This
it
one's
pretty full.
really full. Yeah. Okay. So background. We've got our 2.5 inch. Pinch that together. Sometimes it just turns out just based on the spacing that you get two that are relatively the same. But it's just how the work frame, pipe cleaners, or the tinsel ties are set up. I'm going to have this one go under. Just like that. Okay. We're going to go blue on top of gold. Did they do that before? No. Did gold on top of blue. And it's hard sometimes when you're doing the gold. A lot of times what you find is a yellow gold. And that just doesn't look right. Looks weird. I need this one to go up. And this one goes down. There we go. And you can see, based on this fullness, this would be really hard. I mean, I guess you could put a bow on here, but you really, honestly, and truly don't need one. Get that to come in between. Let's see. Yes, I did that on top. Trying to find, there's my tinsel tie. It's kind of hiding. Let's go gold down, blue up. Hold on, I want blue up in here. So this means we have to switch. There we go. That's a nice look. I started to remember this before, like sometimes when I can't find my extra ribbon, like somebody reminded me, they're like, look on the floor. You always will drop something without realizing it. Sure enough, that's where the gold one was. Okay. Blue on top. Right in here. So let's go gold. And then let's take gold up. Okay. Last one. And then we have one more small step. Can you do me a favor, Steve? I could probably do it. Grab my glue gun over there. I want to make sure. Yeah. Just plug it in. Okay, so there's that. So that's what this looks like, all finished, but we're not finished. Let's see. So we're going to add something to the blue. We're going to add some pencil flex tubing in the gold. This is kind of a whitish silver. So I'm going to just take these. We're going to make a nice little trio. And I have the royal blue. As soon as I can find the end. There we go. And the blue. There's the blue. I've got to find the end. There has to be an end in here. There it is. Okay, so same colors that what we've just done. I'm adding about a 3-inch tail, and I'm just going to make a 2 loop. And this is where your bow dabber comes in handy again, because I don't want that to fall below. So I have to find it, pick it up, retrieve it. So we're just going to twist these in, just to add those pops of those colors, only to the 9 where we have added the 2.5 inch. So again, 3 inches on the flex tubing. This is tinsel flex tubing. I'm doing about 2-inch loops. And then I'm cutting my tails off right where the loops end. And just plopping those right in. Another couple twists. Just like that. We have 2 more up here. So 1. Because I'm already using 3 different color flex tubings, I don't have to go crazy and add 4 loop or 6 loops for the tinsel ties, because technically it is 6 loops. So there's that one. We have 1 more to add up here. Plop this inside, couple twists. That one, need it to arc a little bit better. There we go. Get it to go beyond that and under. Okay, let's finish the 5 on the bottom. Here. So if you guys would like, I have my private group is still open at this time for new members. It will close in January because we start our new Back to Basics courses. And so there's Back to Basics for design, and there's Back to Basics for business. So those start in January. and you won't want to miss those. Those are great places if you want to relearn the basics, which I always find is valuable, because a lot of times, you know, sometimes we get into old habits of doing things, and there might be easier, more efficient way of doing things. So you can join that. Did you? Oh, you already posted it. The link is pinned to the bottom.
Well, I still can't pin. So I'm asking Gail to do it.
Oh, it looked like it was done.
Nope.
So KatsCreationsNMore.com. For those of you on YouTube, because you don't see the links or the comments, that's actually going to be in the description box below this video if you'd like to sign up. And let's see, hold on, got, I think, 2 more to go. So what questions do you guys have that I can possibly answer for you? Okay, there's that. This wreath is available for sale as well on my website at KatsCreationsNMore.com. If you guys are interested in purchasing this, you can find this available there. You won't see a picture of the wreath. All you'll see is a Kats Creations live logo. And let's see, this one's too short. Find a new piece. Okay, this is the last of the tinsel ties. Okay, that's all in. Okay, one last thing. I'm going to move this over so I don't trip over it. Is we're going to add just a touch of gold balls to the ones that are right in here. We're just going to add in, these are like 1.5-inch balls from Hobby Lobby. Those are going to be our pops here. Let's actually mix these up. Let's do some sparkle and some solid reflective.
Maria asked, where would you purchase a big box for that wreath?
Big box,
Amazon
or Uline.
Or Uline, yeah.
Yeah.
24 by 24 by 6 would work.
Or you can purchase bigger, but then you hit the inflated shipping price, and then that just does not become a good thing. Okay, where did I pull this from? Here. Okay. So, what I do to glue these is I pop the tops off, because a lot of times people will just place the glue on the actual ornament hanger. And then, if you get into extreme heat or extreme cold, a lot of times those will just pop off. So, if you glue them directly to the bulb, using Gorilla Glue set on high, that creates that extreme weather temp, which is what you need for this. So I'm just adding these. Okay, there's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that down below on the bottom as well, just where we've done the crisscross. So I've got one here. And then we'll just spin this around. Getting my ribbons situated. Making sure that I'm still toggling my colors. And then this makes for that nice connection for the crisscross pieces. Just like that. Ooh, drop that one. Okay, pop this inside. Right there. And then we are back to clear. And then we finish with our glitter. And then that makes for a perfect wreath, in which, honestly, at this stage, I don't think you can add anything else to. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much a done deal. Okay. Last one in.
You can turn it.
Yes, I will. Make sure I have all my little balls in there. And like I said, anytime you want to put your little arcs back in, just run your ribbon through your fingers and you can put those nice little curves back in your design. And this one is all set and ready to go. Do you guys have any questions at all that I can answer for you? Oops.
These are very pretty.
Thanks, Rita. Okay, well, come join me on Sunday where I'm going to show you something amazing. And hopefully we'll be able to do this inside the house. If not, if we're out here, well, that just means we can't get internet working inside the house because we've been working so hard to get it out here in the shop, which is where we're going to generally be until we finish constructing the studio space. So we will be Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 Central and 8 Eastern. And I look forward to talking to you then. Have an amazing weekend, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.